It has been quite a week for the head of the Democratic National Committee, Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She's been accused of everything from leading a party that turns its back on God to overshadowing the president's re-election bid to flat-out lying. So, with the DNC convention behind her, I invited her on to set the record straight, without talking points. She wasn't always happy with my questions, but they had to be asked. So here it is. Thanks for coming on this Saturday night. I know it's been a very busy time for you, and you know, you've been at the center of some controversy. And before, I just want you to come on to set the record straight. Now that you've had a chance to look back, this isn't an ambush interview. I'm not trying, this isn't got you. I just want to get some clarity and see if you've had some clarity. So I want to start with some of the comments that were made on Monday to Jewish Democrats about Republicans and Israel. Specifically, a reference you made to the Israeli ambassador. Here's exactly what you said.
We know, and I've heard no less than Ambassador Michael Oren say this, that what the Republicans are doing is dangerous for Israel. They're undermining Israel's security by suggesting that the United States and Israel don't have anything other than a unique and close and special relationship. So you have said that the reporter, you accused the reporter of misquoting you, you said you didn't say it, but then in that clip you said it, and then you said I categorically deny saying it, but there it is. So how do you respond to that?
Okay, so Don, if you look at what the Examiner, which is a conservative blog site, so it's not surprising that they would deliberately misquote me. And I'll reiterate that they did deliberately misquote me. First, they took only the first line of what I said, and then they cut it off. And so you haven't played the rest of what I said. And what they did was they reported that I said that Republican policies were dangerous for Israel. And actually, that's what Ambassador Oren commented on. I never said that Republican policies were dangerous for Israel. In fact, that's the opposite of what I always say. What I always say and what I said in that event, and it's very important that we understand that Israel should not be a political football. What the Republicans are doing is they are suggesting that there is daylight between the parties on Israel.
Okay, but
I didn't say their policies were dangerous for Israel. I said that what they're doing by trying to suggest that there's a difference between the parties in the United States or that President Obama has less than a stellar record on Israel is harmful to Israel because it undermines Israel in the eyes of her Arab neighbors and her enemies. Okay, so, that's what I said, and the Examiner misrepresented what I said.
So what you did say it on tape, but you said that it was taken out of context. But listen, the ambassador says, I categorically deny that I ever characterized Republican policies as harmful to Israel. He's saying, he's denying.
And I never said, no, Don, go back, you could play it again.
Yeah.
I did not say that Republican policies were dangerous for Israel. What I said was what the Republicans are doing, referring to their suggestion repeatedly that President Obama has less than a stellar record on Israel, which Israeli leadership has repeatedly said that Israel has no greater friend than President Obama. And I said that because they're using Israel as a political football, that what they're doing is harmful to Israel, not their policies.
You don't think that you inferred, though, that by saying that Ambassador Oren, it made it seem like you had spoken to Ambassador Oren and that he had said that exactly, but
Don,
you did
Ambassador
insinuate
Oren
that.
has said, and with all due respect, and I spoke to Ambassador Oren afterward, he told me that he was confident that I didn't say what I was accused of saying. His statement responds to a misquotation and a partial out-of-context statement that I supposedly made.
Okay.
I did not say, and I don't believe that Republican policies, in fact, saying that policies are different between the Republicans and the Democrats in the United States is harmful to Israel, and I didn't say it.
Do you regret anything?
That the Republicans
anything that you have said, and would you say anything differently?
No, I would not. I regret that the Examiner has repeatedly taken what I said out of context.
All right, let's move on.
If they had printed the entire quote, and if they had actually told Ambassador Oren what I actually said, I think